Narcissists are complete control freaks, and there are several ways that a narcissist can go about making sure they always have the ultimate power. So here is how a narcissist has complete control over you using only their cell phone. Number 1, manic panic. A narcissist will keep you in line by randomly sending you those text messages that say some panic-inducing things. Something like, oh, well, I guess I might not have a job by the end of the day. Or, oh, great, a car accident. Just what I wanted to do today. Now you get this very baiting and worrisome text. But then, no follow-up information. So what do? You do what any other human being would. You text and you text and you call, and in some cases frantically. You leave a voicemail, you're trying to reach out, and so on. The narc sees this level of worry and, of course, equates this to how much you care and worry about them and love them. It makes them feel very in control and extremely powerful. Number 2, the location check. A lot of narcissists will become obsessed with where you are and what you're doing every second that you're not in their line of sight. So what are they going to do? They call, they text, and they demand to know everything happening around you at all times. And they don't care what you're doing or how important that is. If you're working or driving, whatever the case, they don't care. Now, of course, this is all under the guise of, well, they just want to make sure you're okay. They care about you. And if you give them a hard time, you will be instantly hit with that guilt trip that you've probably already been hit with. Well, fine, if you're going to act like such a bitch, I'm just not going to check in on you anymore. I'm sorry I love you. I'm sorry I care about you. They might even demand that you video call or send photos to prove where you are. And it's to remind you who is in charge, and again, gives them those really good feelings of power, superiority, and being all-seeing, all-knowing. Number 3, the bailout. Similar to the first point of causing you to panic and then they temporarily ghost you, they can otherwise leave you on red, and that can cause you to call and text and wonder why they just completely bailed out on the conversation. Narcissists have an extremely short attention span. If you're suddenly hung up on, they're rushing you off the phone, they're leaving you on red, more than likely somebody else has them entertained. Number 4, wrong person. You've got to love the messages. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to text you that. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to pocket dial you. This is a very common tactic that narcissists love to use to hoover. But I'm going to get to that in a little bit here in the video, so stay tuned. But doing things like this plants seeds of wonder, worry, and jealousy into your mind, just to name a few things. This helps them keep control of you. You, of course, will want to know, well, who was the text meant for if it wasn't meant for you? If they pocket dialed you, why is your number still in their phone? And this might even get you to reach out and ask them those questions. And then, of course, they're gonna scold you for your jealousy. That's what you get for your trouble. Number 5, the lame songs. Oh my God. We all know the lame songs. We all have this person, the lame ass, who sends you those songs and those text messages. Hey, stranger, heard this song, thought of you, hope you're good. We've all heard it. Never fall for the lame-ass songs when they do this. It's really pathetic, and it's also meant, of course, to love bomb you, to suck you back in and prey on the whole nostalgia thing. Remember when we did this or did that, whatever. Also, when you think about it, it does control your emotions. It's what it's designed to do, to control your emotions and make you feel all soft and fuzzy and love-bomby. But it also is very lazy when you actually stop and think about it for a second. They just sent you a song or sent you some lyrics. They couldn't even be bothered to use words they choose and put them in their own order that they feel appropriate. Nah, they just sent you a really cliche, crappy love song. As a survivor myself, I know that the path to recovery and healing is not easy. There are hardships and so much pain along the way. I also know how lonely this can be. Our friends and family don't really understand, and they also very quickly tire of hearing our traumas and what we're going through. They can't understand, and they just don't know. That's why I offer a way for you to share your experience and receive support right over the phone. I provide counseling sessions and chat sessions that are tailored to what you need. I'm here to listen, validate, and guide you towards healing. You can reach out today to schedule an appointment to talk with me. Everything you need is available on the screen and down in the video description. Number 6, the dirty stuff. Nothing says power and control like getting people to do things that they might not feel completely comfortable doing, or something that a person might find humiliating or embarrassing. Narcs will often ask for things like videos, nude photos, uncomfortable sexual conversations, things like sexting and other topics that a person might not want to deal with or participate in. And not going with the flow will get you guilted and devalued as well as gaslighted, as you're told that you're the one that has the issue. And it's not a very big deal. Everybody does this. You need to do it too. Absolutely do not fall for this. Nobody needs compromising photos or videos of you. Nobody. Enough people do that on the internet for a job and they don't mind it. So you don't need to get mixed up in that. Don't fall for somebody else's need for power. It's pathetic and sad. Most of the time when you're asked to provide these things, it's so that that person has ammunition to use against you later. It's to see, can they get you to do something embarrassing, humiliating, or something you're uncomfortable with. This is all about control and power. Do not give in. Along the same lines, if somebody sends you those things, do not take advantage of their obvious low self-esteem. Number 7, get ignored. I'm sure by now you're noticing a pattern that the narcissist will call, leave a message, text, whatever. And then when you reach out and get back to them, they completely ignore you. And once more, it sends you into panic, as we've already talked about. Ignoring you, ghosting you, cutting communication is something that a narcissist does frequently. They need to see repeatedly that you freak out, that you overreact, that you care, that you want to know what's going on. They love to know that them cutting the communication makes you upset. It gets you to jump. It gets you to move into action. They feel good when someone is always fussing over them, so they can purposefully ignore you. Number 8, piss poor etiquette. Don't think that just because a narcissist is rude to you, that they aren't rude to other people too. You all know this. Their noses are stuck in that phone when they're hanging out with you, and when they're with others, they're texting and calling you too. And this poor etiquette is honestly just a great way to keep everybody in line and under control. And again, makes the narcissist feel powerful. They might be with you, but they're texting somebody else. They have control of 2 people simultaneously. And the more we allow them to act this way, the more a narcissist will continue to disrespect us and use this as a way to hold power, teaching you just how unimportant you really are. Number 9, incoming Hoovers. I knew we'd get back here. The Hoovers. 99% of all Hoover attempts take place over the phone. And there's a very easy answer to why that is. It's so easy. A text, a call, easy peasy. And if you don't answer, no sweat. They just keep moving through their Rolodex on to the next victim that they want to reunite with. A Hoover is nothing to be happy about. Hoovers are desperation moves used by narcs when they need somebody else. Typically a sign that they're having a hard time obtaining new sources, or a new source has already been tapped out. It's all about power. Can they get you to reach out and deal with them again? How much power do they still hold over you? How else do narcs use their manipulations and cell phones to control you? Share with me down in the comments. If you'd like to support me and my channel, consider becoming a channel member for $1 a month. My goal is to reach every survivor with my videos across the globe, and your generosity today makes all the difference in the world, and I thank you for your consideration. Thank you so much for listening today. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.